What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with another Leonard Nimoy reaction, and in that regard, major thank you and very happy birthday to Mr. Solo, who has shared this catalog along with William Shatner's, and I suppose it's inevitable that I associate these two deep dives very closely, as their careers and legacies will likely always be linked, given that they were perhaps the two most prominent characters on the original version of Star Trek. And yes, I want to once again thank Mr. Solo for all of his contributions and all the material and patience as I've gone through some of that material over the last few years, and to wish you many more trips around the sun, my friend. But yes, the next tune we're going to hear from Mr. Nimoy is Everybody's Talkin', and Talkin' with N apostrophe rather than NG. I don't know if this is a cover. I'm going to assume it is, but if it is, I'm not familiar with the original artist or tune, so far as I know. So just looking at the title, I would say, number one, it makes me think of gossip, hearsay, people talking about some event, circumstance, situation, or person, or persons plural, and as such, it maybe relates to a reputation or a perception about this circumstance. And in that regard, reputations can be more or less accurate. Oftentimes they feature a grain or aspects of truth mixed with exaggeration, embellishment, or misperception. But of course I wonder, even if this is the direction the song is heading, whether the narrator is the subject of that hearsay, gossip, and talking, or whether he is part of the chain of discussion and gossiping. I would say also you can talk at somebody, you can talk to somebody in a more dialogue sense, meaning talking at sounds like you're saying a bunch of words and the other person either isn't reacting or they're not paying attention. But yes, talking to, more of an interactive dialogue, and in that regard I feel like the song could go any number of dimensions or directions, and I will see if I can pick up on what is happening. This is Leonard Nimoy, the tune is Everybody's Talking, or rather Talkin', and it is featured in a folder provided by the birthday man, Mr. Solo.
Everybody is talking at me. I don't hear a word they're saying, only the echoes of my mind. People stop and staring, I can't see the faces, only the shadows of their eyes. I'm going where the sun keeps shining through the pouring rain, going where the weather suits my clothes, banking off of the northeast wind, sailing on a summer breeze, skipping over the ocean like a stone. People stop and staring, I can't see the faces, only the shadows of their eyes. I'm going where the sun keeps shining through the pouring rain, going where the weather suits my clothes. I'm banking off of the northeast wind, sailing on a summer breeze, skipping over the ocean like a stone. Everybody is talking at me, I don't hear a word they're saying, only the echoes of my mind. I won't let you leave my love behind. I won't let you leave my love behind.
Almost sounded like there was layered harmonica there. Certainly the harmonica is one of the main features of the tune. I like the overall vibe. It's kind of like road trip folk music. It feels like, looking out a car window in the 70s on a long and sparsely populated highway. And I enjoyed Nimoy's vocals. Again, as someone who didn't know his music, I think, again, as I think I mentioned early on, the only tune I was aware he had recorded when I was younger was the Ballad of Bilbo Baggins, which we did react to a while back. But beyond that, I was not aware of his singing. And hearing his vocals, they sound very different than he talks as Spock. Now, I get it. He was inhabiting a very specific character and speaking in a manner that was meant to be a little less than human, because he was a Vulcan, not a human, as he was often keen to remind Captain Kirk and others. But yeah, his vocals don't sound like I would have expected if I didn't know better, if I only knew him from Spock. So it is enjoyable to hear his kind of mellow, folksy type of vocal performance. Again, I love the harmonica, I think singular, but maybe plural. There was also like this plucked, I thought it was a guitar, but it seemed to have this weird kind of sound to it, almost like it was a harpsichord or something. So I'm assuming that was just a guitar, but like played in a certain way, or maybe with a bit of an effect on it. But yeah, I enjoyed the smooth sailing of the track, and in that regard, I don't really know what to make of the lyrics, but I was interested by the contrast. It sounds, first of all, right out of the gate, we do hear confirmation that it's people talking at him, but he's kind of in his mind. Like, he's only hearing the echoes of his mind, as he says, and not what everyone's saying to him. So there was a bit of, there's not a dialogue happening. But then he's talking about, what was it, like, something like a nor'easter or a northeastern wind, which is like a cold wind. It's like a winter-style wind. But then talking about, like, sailing on a summer breeze. And then there was like a, feeling the sunshine through all the rain or something. So it seemed like there was some weather or atmospheric contrast, and maybe the idea of, just keeping going so that you're going through winter and summer, you're dealing with rain and sunshine, and maybe those could be metaphorical, the idea, bright times and darker times, colder times and smoother flowing times. And talking about, going across the ocean like a skipping stone, just kind of making his way, and, maybe not touching every single moment, but just, again, glancing across the surface. So, yeah, I don't quite know how to read it. And again, if this is a cover, I wonder, the original context, or, maybe the group or the artist that originally recorded it, there's a bit more insight because of, their history or their songwriting. So, yeah, I do wonder the context, but having heard a number of the lyrics, I still don't quite know how to take it. But yeah, sweet and mellow tune. I think his vocals sound good. Once again, happy birthday to Mr. Solo. I really do hope you have a great day today, even though the birthday was yesterday, and that you, again, have many more trips around the sun. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Peace.